back again to just do a quick debrief. The World Cup has begun, and I went out to the FIFA Fan Festival here in Toronto at Fort York. Pretty eventful afternoon. So I got there at about 12:30. Kickoff was about 3 o'clock. I queued for about 45 minutes. Um, there was a load of Mexican fans there, not just Mexican, a load of Uruguayan fans, Argentina shirts, Colombia, um, Canada as well. But it really felt like you were in Mexico rather than being in Canada. It was pretty extraordinary, and yeah, a very eventful match. Being at the fan festival was really cool. Of course, seeing Quinones's goal go in and the entire crowd just go absolutely crazy. That was quite the moment. And then after half an hour, we get a message on screen that says the fan festival is cancelled and that everyone needs to evacuate immediately because of an incoming storm. Now, I didn't see this storm. There was rain for sure. There were some black clouds. Was an evacuation really necessary? I don't know if they had like a message from FIFA or a message from like a weather warning. It's fair enough if you want to take that seriously. So um, everyone just piles out of the fan park, and I ended up at a cool little bar surrounded by rabid Mexican fans. Shouting "Roja, Roja, Roja" so many times. Of course, with the three red cards in the game. So I guess we can talk about the game a bit as well. I think most people would agree. Not exactly a classic of high tempo, end to end football, but I think it was an entertaining opening game. I think Mexico played pretty much how I expected them to, pretty much the handbrake on, but with some dangerous attacking players. So their style of play is quite slow and calm, let's say. Well, they could have won this 3 or 4 or 5-0. South Africa were that poor. Um, but they really just, yeah, they hit the post. Of course, Quinones was fantastic. He scored the first goal. He was easily the best player on the pitch. And of course, Saudi Pro League top goal scorer. He could go on to be one of the absolute stars of the tournament. And then a brilliant cross from Roberto Alvarado to Raul Jimenez, the sort of talisman up front, to make it 2-0. Um, I think Mexico can go far. It's like a cauldron-like atmosphere. I think that was part of the what happened to South Africa. I think they just crumbled under the pressure. Um, and I think a lot of teams will face that when playing Mexico at the Azteca. I think if Quinones and Raul Jimenez play like they did today, Mexico can definitely make it to the round of 16, maybe even a quarterfinal, um, with their home advantage. I thought the midfield was very impressive, especially Eric Lira. Of course, he pressed up real high to make the tackle that led to the assist for Quinones' goal. Fidalgo looked good as well. And then you bring on Luis Chavez and Gilberto Mora off the bench. Really good depth. And Edson Alvarez as well. Really good depth in the midfield area for Mexico. Of course, their captain Cesar Montes did get sent off in stoppage time, which is a big blow. I don't know yet if he's going to be out for one match or two matches. He'll at least miss the South Korea game, which is not ideal because you'd imagine that would be a step up in the level of opposition from South Africa, who very much disappointed me, to be honest. They were really, really poor. Um, but, we've seen in the past, like Saudi Arabia in 2018, they looked absolutely hapless against Russia. And then for their games against Uruguay and Egypt, they stepped it up quite a bit more. So maybe it's that rabbit in the headlights thing of one of the most viewed games of the entire tournament, and being part of that sort of center stage moment. I don't know. It's no real excuse. Hugo Bruce got it wrong, and South Africa will have to pick themselves up. Later on tonight, we got South Korea against the Czech Republic, and then tomorrow I'll be attending Canada against Bosnia, so that'll be good. So yeah, definitely my man of match, Quinones, and yeah, the fan park experience was cool until it was cut short. I was hoping to do a bit more of an in-depth discussion of that, but that'll have to be saved for the next time I'm there, which I think is either tomorrow night for the USA game or Sunday for Netherlands Japan. We'll see which I end up going to. Depends on the weather, really. So thank you very much for watching the video, and hopefully I'll catch you again soon for another World Cup reaction.